If you want to build wealth, having a high savings rate is important. Think about it. If you make a lot of money, but you spend most of it, you're either breaking even or worse, not setting aside enough to save and invest. For this video, I want to share how much money you can save in the military. Before we begin, these are the questions I want to answer for you. Can you make a lot of money in the military? How much money should you save before getting out of the military? How to get rich in the military? Tap that thumbs up and let's send it. What is up, Money Tribe? Mike Damazo here to help you make sense of dollars. Our mission is to help you get the fuck out of debt and build wealth. Speaking of which, I want to congratulate my homegirl Kiki for paying off $15,000 worth of debt at the beginning of this year. If you want to share how much debt you paid off or are currently paying off, comment down below and I'd love to be able to shout you out for a future video. Let's answer the question of, can you make a lot of money in the military? The quick answer is yes and no. See, if you calculate only base pay, it is not as much as those in the civilian sector. However, you want to look at the whole picture and not just part of the image. Base pay is your taxable income, whereas if you receive BAH, aka Basic Allowance for Housing, or BAS, aka Basic Allowance for Subsistence, those are not taxed. Then there's also the lower, or rather no cost, for healthcare and dental care depending on your situation. These are not even including any combat hazard pay, flight deck pay, clothing allowances, and per diem pay that can be included for different cases. Your paycheck from Uncle Sam is fixed. If you receive it on the 1st and the 15th, the variables on making a lot of money in the military is dependent on several factors, like how much you spend and save. Yup, I mentioned spend first, then save, because according to Yahoo Finance, a survey shows 69% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. Let me share something. When I first joined the Navy, I thought I had it made when all I had to do was split a bottle of service of $1,000, and I put that bill on my card because I had that $1,000 to blow on a bottle of Patron and vodka, and I felt like, oh yeah, we're balling out, like I have all this money just because we had a table. So the reason I share my journey is because I'm not someone that knows how to make 20-cent iced coffee or do magic tricks in a movie. I want to be as transparent to you that every day is a learning experience for me to be better with money. You and I will learn together on the psychology of money. Basically, don't blow $1,000 on bottle service, especially if you already pregame and drank before and then you just want to. Case in point, definitely follow along so that I can help you and you can help me with getting our money together and right, and let's get these dollars. Put savings before spendings. With that being said, I'm not one that will say stay in for 20 years in the military, to get that retirement check. Do what makes you happy and take it one enlistment at a time. Less than 20% of people in the military actually make it to that 20 years of active duty service. This is the best time to be able to plan out your career. If you want to just do an enlistment or do 20, do 10, whatever the case is, having your money right is such a great feeling, whether you're going to re-enlist or not. Let's answer the question, how much money should you save before getting out of the military? I've asked these questions before to people separating that had less than 10 years of service. See, I was in a position as a career counselor, so I would just ask these questions on my own and just to get a gauge of how much people were save. The general number I heard was $10,000. Now, one suggestion I have for everyone thinking about separating and how much they should save up, obviously a rule of thumb that I've seen out there is have at least 6 months to a year's worth of living expenses set aside. Now, instead of just leaving you with, have 6 months saved up, let's use the hypothetical numbers and pick San Diego as our baseline. According to rentjungle.com, for a 1-bedroom apartment in San Diego, rent is about $2,000. Based on the average cost of groceries each month from the U.S. Department of Agriculture says it can range from $165 to $345 We'll use $350 for our calculation. So, without including transportation costs like gas, auto insurance, or car payments, let's say you have a bike or a one wheel and you just skate everywhere. Let's calculate what the total cost of 6 months would be for San Diego. So $2,000 in rent plus $350 for the groceries would equal to $2,350. Multiply that by 6 months, giving us a total of $14,100 as our baseline of how much you should save before getting out of the military, and if you want to use San Diego as a baseline. Remember, this is not considering other expenses that come up like subscription services, eating out, transportation costs, and anything else like bottle service for $1,000 for overpriced Patron when you had Patron and you got it already at the base commissary. Anyways, on to the important question: how to get rich in the military. It's not how much you make, but how much you save and invest. Or, as Richard will tell you, it's how much Tesla stocks you buy. Also, definitely looking out for this earnings report from there this week. For reals though, whatever investment you want to go into, think about why do you want to invest in that company? Is it based off of hype? Is it a current trend? Are you chasing the all-time highs of Bitcoin with its current bull run? You know, even though it's fluctuating between 30,000 to 36. Let's move on. How to get rich in the military is simple. Take advantage of every opportunity that it provides to you, like house hacking or rent hacking if you get BH. Do you really need to use all your housing allowance on a 2-bedroom apartment even though you're constantly deployed, or can you set that cash aside by renting a room and pocketing the rest? Set it and forget it with automating your TSP. The reason I was able to set aside 40% of my base pay into my TSP is because I got used to not seeing that money coming in, and it pushed me to adjust my spending and believe in my own ability to generate supplemental income. On to a more exciting topic, the TSP. So the TSP is Thrift Savings Plan. I know what you're thinking, another acronym. But trust me, this one is very important. It'll help you become a millionaire based off how much you're putting in and then at the time that you're gonna be withdrawing. Even if getting a bachelor's degree isn't a goal of yours, utilize the tuition assistance to have the military pay for your education, and you can still use your GI Bill after. See, the average earnings of people with a bachelor's degree is $25,000 more than those without a degree. Trust, I was definitely one of those that, and definitely still am in the spectrum of knowing that you don't need to have a degree to be successful. But if the military is already paying up to $4,500 a year for education, and you can definitely claim your education costs and taxes, why not? That is money available to you, and definitely something I strongly recommend to take advantage of.
For this video, we'll go over the tuition assistance, aka TA, for you or anyone in the military that you may know. To be specific, this will be for service members, both active and reserve. Why TA, a basic breakdown, my personal experience, and extra ways to save money for your college education.
Say you want to invest in stocks but don't have the time. You can use robo-advisors such as Wealthfront, SoFi, and Betterment, just to name a few. If you want me to cover robo-advisors, leave a comment below and I can do a comparison. You know, leave a comment with like Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto for the robo-advisors video. Ask for military discounts. Look, ain't no shame in my game for asking about savings. It's not like I'm trying to do anything strange for a little piece of change. With military discounts, there are a ton of them. So the one that I want to cover that stands out is American Express Platinum Card, where the annual fee is $550 and it's waived for military members. I'll link below in the descriptions for anyone that's interested in taking advantage of that. Best way to make money in the military is not just income coming in, but also lowering expenses and taking advantage of savings where you can. So yes, you can be a millionaire in the military. Create a well-defined goal of first, how much debt do you want to pay off and what will you do to increase your net worth. Speaking of increasing your net worth, for some good luck, tapping that thumbs up is definitely one of those things that you could do right now. How I saved an insane amount of military pay was by learning from my mistakes of living paycheck to paycheck and coming up with a game plan to pay it all off with consumer debt, then automate my savings and investments. So with investments, as I've mentioned, 40% goes to my retirement accounts like the TSP and the IRA, 50% goes into index funds and dividend stocks, and a small 4% goes towards cryptocurrencies. Speaking of which, if you want me to do more videos about cryptocurrencies, the blockchain, and all that, leave a comment down below, and I'd love to be able to do those videos.
Bitcoin started in 2009 as a peer-to-peer technology to facilitate instant payments. Well, not that instant, because big companies such as MasterCard, PayPal are able to do transactions of 1,700 per second. So that's 1,700 transactions per second.
One advice that I definitely want to give to you is look for someone that's in your command, wherever you're working at, and look at those that's 2 to 4 years ahead of you, and someone that has an older car, and definitely emulate what they're doing. Because if they're driving an old car and they're that high of a rank, there's a reason why, because they're wanting to make sure that they're saving their money for better uses, not just a jet ski, say when the stimulus bill comes out. Not that I know someone that did that, but that's something to keep in mind. Think about how much do you make, spend, and save. Switch to a save first mentality and your ability to produce income while lowering your expenses. Track your money, have a monthly money plan, use what you can to your advantage that the military has to offer. Thank you for watching. Share your wins and sound off below, or any questions that you do have. Gently tap that thumbs up because it helps with the YouTube algorithm and it makes more sense than the WandaVision series right now on Disney+. A high five that subscribe if you haven't already. Stay legendary, and I'll see you in the next video. Act 2. Sneeze. No.